Leaving civilization behind, we now enter the most famous and fascinating mountain range in the world, the Himalayas. Life in the Himalayas is very harsh, with extreme weather and mountainous terrain. The few animals that live here have special adaptations to survive. Look quickly to your left, and at the rocky outcrop, you'll be greeted by some sure-footed mountain goats, the Himalayan Tigers. Very shy and sensitive to dangers, they quickly run off, easily navigating those steep slopes and uneven terrain when sensing danger.
A gentle reminder, please refrain yourself from using any form of flash photography. I repeat, please refrain yourself from using any form of flash photography, as this will affect the animal's eyesight. Thank you.
Dwelling on the lower grounds of the Himalayas are the burrows, also known as the Himalayan blue sheep. They're named so because of a distinct bluish tinge on their grayish coat, which is evident in matured males. This helps the burrow to camouflage in the snowy regions. A few more Himalayan Tigers on your left, resting by the fringe of the forest. The billy goats are the bigger ones, with a long, shaggy fur coat. Time to meet some of our royalties, the king of all mountain goats, as they're often referred to, the markhorns. Mature males have beautiful spiral-shaped horns that can grow to a record length of 1.65 meters along the curves. If you're wondering how these animals can easily overcome the undulating slopes of the Himalayas, well, the secret lies in their slip-resistant and shock-absorbent hooves.
A gentle reminder, please refrain yourself from using any form of flash photography. I repeat, please refrain yourself from using any form of flash photography, as this will affect the animal's eyesight. If you can understand me, please do give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, beauty comes with a price for the markhors. They are now endangered, as they are hunted extensively for their horns, which are displayed as trophies and used for medicinal purposes in the large Asian market. Living alongside the markhors are the mouflons, the smallest of all mountain sheep species, also thought to be one of the ancestors of modern sheep breeds. Hear the soothing sounds of water that flows from the foothills into the marshlands. Coming up on the right, a flamboyant flock of greater flamingos greeting us just as we enter the marshlands. They are the tallest among all flamingo species and can grow up to 5 feet or 1.5 meters. Do you know that flamingos are not hatched with pink feathers, but gray ones for the first 2 to 3 years of their lives? The flamingo's pink plumage comes from its diet of algae and shrimps, which is high in carotene. Goes to show you are what you eat. A little strip of river to our left. Let's see what it has in store for us tonight. These little torpedoes are the Oriental small-clawed otters, the smallest of all the otter species. Their webbed toes and streamlined bodies make them highly adaptable to aquatic living, feeding on fish, mussels, snails, and even crayfish. The otters are cousins to skunks, badgers, and weasels. That explains the strong, lingering odor here.
Where animal? Where lion? Where tiger?
Grazing unhurriedly in this muddy area are the Barrasingas, otherwise known as the swamp deer. The word Barrasinga means 12 points in Hindi, referring to the number of branches on the antlers. This handsome member of the deer family came very close to extinction in the 1970s. Luckily, their numbers have revived, but habitat degradation continues to threaten them. Much conservation efforts need to be done to ensure they continue to populate the swamplands of India.
Where lion, where tiger? Tiger.
To the habitat on your right, do you see some peculiar looking animals? They have stripes that resemble those of a tiger, and yet they look like dogs. These are the striped hyenas, the only species of hyenas found in Asia. You'll see an uncanny gait if you spot them walking. That's because their hind legs are shorter than the forelegs, a design that enhances their long-distance running ability. Although striped hyenas are formidable hunters, they much prefer to scavenge. With their dietary preference for carrion and human refuse, hyenas play an important part in nature's cleanup. The striped hyena can erect the long hair that runs from his head to tail when it feels threatened, making it appear bigger. If that doesn't work, these crafty creatures simply play dead. Perhaps it's time for us to meet the eternal enemies of the hyenas. That's right, we're getting close to the habitat of the majestic Asian lions. Lions are the only true social felines, living in groups called prides. The females specialize in hunting, while the adult males protect the pride and territory. Squabbles are common at the lions' dining area, as the males always get the lion's share, while the rest wait patiently for their measly portion. Right after feasting, lions will sleep for as long as 20 hours a day. Yes, what a life! While resting, lions usually ignore the presence of human beings, making them easy targets for hunting and poaching. Today, wild Asian lions can only be found in the protected Gir forest of India. With only about 300 of them left in the wild, they are highly endangered. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now approaching the East Lodge tram station, the only stop along this journey. If you wish to, you may alight here to explore the leopard trail, where you'll meet interesting creatures such as the clouded leopards, giant flying squirrels, porcupines, and many other animals. Restrooms and refreshments at the Zebra Cafe are also available here. Do return to this tram station to continue your tram journey. Please alight only to your left once the tram has come to a complete stop. Thank you. Coming up on your right are the sloth bears, or wallahat. We continue our journey as we pass the tranquil waters of the Upper Seletar Reservoir and enter untamed Africa. Dominating the skylines are the lanky beauties of the savannas. They are the tallest animals in the world, the giraffes. They can easily attain an average height of 6 meters, and because of that, these voluntary watchtowers quickly run away when sensing dangers, acting as a predatory warning system to many other animals. Even though an air of serenity surrounds them, giraffes can deliver lethal kicks with their hind legs when provoked. The strikingly beautiful white antelopes that you see are the Scimitar horned Oryxes. Though they are believed to be extinct in the wild since the year 2000, these Oryxes are breeding successfully in several zoos. With concerted conservation and research efforts, it remains hopeful that zoos can play an important role in introducing such species back into the wild. Together with them are the zebras. Each zebra has a unique pattern of stripes, just like human fingerprints. The stripes serve as a kind of protection from their predators. When zebras group together, their stripes confuse the predators, making it hard to single out one zebra to chase. Here's a question to ponder upon. Are zebras white with black stripes or black with white stripes? Well, African folklore suggests that zebras are white with black stripes, but studies on zebra embryos show that they're actually black and develop white stripes at a later stage. And as it turns out, zebras have black skin underneath all that hair. To the right, up on the plateau, are the largest species of hyenas, the spotted hyenas, also known as the laughing hyenas because of their human-like hysterical laughter. Spotted hyenas live in groups called clans, which are female-dominated. They have a very powerful digestive system with highly acidic fluids and are capable of eating the entire prey, including the horns, bones, and even the teeth. Across the hyenas are the shy and cautious nyala, a member of the spiral-horned antelopes. The males have slate-gray fur coats with horns, while the females and juveniles have rusty brown ones. Peer through the small clearing on the right, and you can see the largest and heaviest of all forest antelopes, the bongos. Extremely shy and reclusive, the bongos mostly venture out at night to browse in the forest clearings. Down to your left, can you see some huge animals with dangerous-looking horns? Yes, the Cape buffaloes. The largest male is likely the boss of the herd. These highly aggressive animals have been known to gang up and attack the mighty lions. They can easily kill and tear the lions apart using those sharp horns. Take a good look at the habitat on your left. Looking very much like boulders are the Nile hippopotamus. The word hippopotamus means river horse in Greek. Even though they're well adapted to life in the water, hippos can neither swim nor float. They walk by lightly touching the riverbed in a slow galloping motion like ballerinas. When they're out of water, they can run faster than a man. Hippos produce their own sunscreen and moisturizer in the form of a sticky reddish sweat. If you happen to see a hippo open its mouth wide, be aware that it's not bored or sleepy. It's actually trying to threaten by displaying its long, sharp teeth, which is capable of biting a small boat in half. One can hardly miss the most beautiful of the swine lot from the rainforests and wet savannas of Western and Central Africa, the Red River Hogs. Named for the rusty red fur and contrasting markings on the face and body, these striking pigs are excellent swimmers and can be found near rivers, swamps, and ponds. A dominant boar or male leads the closely knit family group called a sounder. The boars have warts on both sides of the snout, hidden by their bushy hair. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look on your right. Simba, as they're popularly known, means lion in Swahili, an African language. These magnificent beasts are the African white lions. White lions are not albinos, but are leucistic. Leucistic animals have a rare genetic condition that reduces the color pigmentation on their skin. They vary from blonde to near white. Lions have often been regarded as symbols of pride and strength in many civilizations. Here in Singapore, the lion is regarded as the national animal. According to legend, Sang Nila Utama, a prince from Palembang, was out on a hunting trip when he caught sight of what he thought was a lion. He named this city Singapore, which means Lion City. However, as we all know, lions are not native to this part of the world. So what did he really see? As you're thinking about the legend, the lights on your left are coming from the Naracoorte Cave, home to bats, snakes, and other cave-dwelling critters. Take a moderate walk and witness the dazzling charm of the limestone chamber. The Naracoorte Cave takes about 15 minutes to explore and is situated within the Wallaby Trail. This path to your left leads you to the Wallaby Trail, where you'll have a chance to meet some outback creatures like the possums, wallabies, and the white-lipped python. The Wallaby Trail is easily accessible via the main tram station and takes about 20 minutes to complete. We now venture deeper into the lush rainforest of Asia. Sit back, relax, and take a moment to admire and immerse in the beauty of the rainforest at night. The rainforests have often been called the womb of life. They maintain the air we breathe, purify the water we drink, regulate the world's climate, and hold untold riches of the potentially life-saving chemicals yet to be discovered. With that in mind, let us explore the rainforest of Malaysia and see what wonders it holds. Ladies and gentlemen, look carefully around you as the next creature may appear from anywhere. Can you spot an animal that's all dressed up in designer black and white and has a rubbery snout? If you can, it's the Malayan tapir. Tapirs may look like pigs with trunks, but are actually related to rhinos and horses. These ancient-looking animals have changed little in the last 20 million years. While this coloration seems obvious, the unique saddle pattern actually breaks the body outline, making the tapir hard to spot in the shadows of the rainforests. Its streamlined body enables it to crash through the thickest underbrush with remarkable speed when intimidated.
Hello.
Coming up on your left, there are two Malayan tapirs.
Can you see some rust-colored dog-like animals in the habitat on the right? These are the red dogs, also known as the Asian wild dogs. They live and hunt in packs of up to 20 individuals. Fearsome hunters with excellent stamina, they can run, jump, and swim very well. They're known to use whistles to communicate with one another, giving them the name whistling hunters.
Ow, ow. Meow.
The slimmest of all pigs, the exotic-looking pigs to your right, are the bearded pigs. Both males and females, and even their young, have shaggy beards on their faces, giving them their name, the bearded pigs.
A gentle reminder, please remain as silent as possible if you do not want to scare away the animals. I repeat, please remain as silent as possible. Thank you.
Peer through those bushes on your left, and you might spot some magnificent creatures. A mighty phantom in the wild, the most respected and revered animal in Asia, the Asian elephant. Gregarious by nature, they live in herds of up to 5 to 20 animals, led by a dominant female called the matriarch. The males roam and lead solitary lives. Speaking of males, on the right, meet Sangwira, a bull elephant born and raised here at the night safari. His name means warrior in the Malay language. You must be fascinated by the elephant's trunk, which is a fusion of the nose and upper lip. It is sensitive enough to pick up a single blade of grass, yet strong enough to rip the branches off a tree. Coming up on the left, meet Sangwira's mother and aunties. Did you know that elephants have the longest gestation period of any animal, 22 months? Can you imagine close to 2 years of pregnancy? And the family of pachyderms will not be complete without the father, standing at 3 meters tall and weighing 4.6 tons. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Night Safari's iconic animal and the father to Sangwira. Chawang. He was rescued as an orphaned elephant by the Malaysian wildlife authorities near Perak's Chawang River, hence his name. Look at his fine-looking tusks. While the survival of the African elephants is severely threatened by the illegal ivory trade, the biggest threats to Asian elephants are habitat loss and human-animal conflict. The Night Safari and Singapore Zoo support various elephant conservation projects where wildlife researchers study these animals in the wild. Roaming freely in this habitat are the Samba deer, the favorite prey of the Malayan tigers. Did you know the population of the Samba deer is pivotal to the survival of the Malayan tigers? Without a healthy number of these large prey, the tigers then encroach into villages to feed on livestock such as cows, putting not only the lives of villagers, but also the lives of the tigers in grave danger. The sheer motion of the next creature strikes fear, yet awe in children and adults because of fables and legends. Can you spot them? It's a pack of Indian wolves. Almost immediately, we think of the wolf howling. Do you know that each wolf howls at a different note? Their haunting chorus makes them sound larger than their actual pack size. A wolf's howl could be a rally cry to gather the pack or to ward off wolves from other packs. One thing is certain, howling helps maintain strong bonds between the members of the pack. We're about to meet an animal that has existed on Earth for more than 50 million years. In Greek, its name means nose horn. This is the Indian rhinoceros. Look at how massive this creature is. Found in the riverine grasslands of northern India and southern parts of Nepal, the Indian rhino is the largest of the 3 rhino species in Asia. Thus, it is also known as the Greater Asian Rhino. So just how large is the Indian rhino? Well, 4 meters in length, 2 meters in height, and weighs a hefty 2,500 kilograms. A distinctive feature of the Indian rhino is its thick folds of skin, which makes it look like an armored plate. Despite this, the rhino is still prone and sensitive to mosquito bites. Look out for some hog deer on your left, named so because it ducks under obstacles when running through the forest like pigs, instead of leaping over them. Observe the rhino carefully on your right. You may notice it swiveling its ears. That's because it is trying to focus on the sounds coming from the environment. Its excellent sense of hearing and smell makes up for its poor eyesight. In the clearing on the left are some Indian Sambas. Because of their large body sizes, they're known to counterattack sizable predators. Now, back to the rhino. Did you notice the prominent single horn on its nose? The rhino has been driven to the edge of extinction as countless have been killed for their horns, which many believe to possess healing properties from curing cancer to alleviating headaches. But scientific studies have not been able to produce evidence to support these wild claims. The fact is, a rhino's horn is made of compressed keratin, the same stuff found in your hair and fingernails. With only about 2,000 Indian rhinos left in the wild, don't let this be your last chance to admire these magnificent creatures. Make a pact with us. Let's not purchase and consume any products made using rhino horn. Living in this habitat are probably the most elegant of all deer species, the axis or spotted deer. In India, they're better known as the cheetah. One look at this animal and it may remind you of Bambi the deer. However, it is not. If you recall the story, Bambi lost its spots when he grew up. However, for the axis deer, their spots become even more pronounced when they grow older. And Bambi is actually the white-tailed American deer. Once again, we find our way into the serenity of the rainforest. Rapid deforestation not only affects the animals, plants, and indigenous tribes, it also has a big impact on us, urban dwellers. The forest has provided us with food, water, and oxygen. Cures for many diseases like malaria and cancer were discovered in the plants within the rainforests. Many more have yet to be discovered. Sadly, we continue to exploit our rainforests as our demands for timber, food, and other natural resources continue to increase, thinking little of conservation. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, these are exhaustible resources. They will not last forever. So let us think before we buy yet another new product. As individuals, we can all do our part to help conserve the rainforests. We can begin by practicing the 4 R's. Reduce our wastages, reuse our products, recycle our materials, and most importantly, replant our destroyed forests. Hopefully, the rainforests will continue to thrive for generations to come. As we emerge from the forest, we find ourselves in the presence of some wild cattle. The Javan Banteng, also known as Tambadao. This species of wild cattle has been domesticated as working animals in several places, including Sumatra, Java, and Bali. The handsome Banteng can be easily identified by their characteristic white stockings on their lower legs and a white rump. Males are darker than females, which sport a chestnut coat with a dark dorsal stripe. These are the Thamins, or Burmese golden deer, indigenous to South and Southeast Asia. The stags or males are known for its impressive bow-shaped antlers that sweep back in a single long curve. The antlers are replaced every year and are most impressive during breeding season. Sadly, they are one of the most endangered deer species because of excessive hunting, poaching, and habitat loss. The largest, heaviest, and most powerful of all wild cattle, the Indian Gors, also known as the Saladam, can easily weigh a remarkable 1,000 kilograms. Males have highly muscular bodies. Due to their formidable size and power, the Gor has few natural enemies. Saltwater crocodiles and leopards occasionally attack unguarded calves, the sick, or the wounded. But only the tiger has been reported to kill a full-grown adult. On the other hand, there are several cases of tigers killed by the Gor. Coming up on our right is the Asiatic black bear, also known as the moon bear, because of the white crescent-shaped patch on its chest. Like most other bears, Asiatic black bears are omnivorous, feeding on vegetation, insects, and small animals. These bears are heavily exploited for their body parts, widely used in the traditional medicine trade. Resting amongst the boulders on your left are the lords of the Asian jungles, the Malayan Tigers. These excellent hunters possess eyesight 6 times sharper than humans. Unlike other cats, which tend to avoid water, tigers are strong swimmers and can swim up to 6 kilometers or 4 miles. Tigers are the largest member of the cat family, even larger than the lions. Unfortunately, it is estimated that there are only about 600 of these Malayan tigers left in the jungles of Malaysia. With the extinction of the Balinese, the Javanese, and the Caspian tigers, there are only 6 subspecies of tigers left in the world today. The question is, will the tigers survive this century? Here in the night safari, we consider education as one of our most important contributions towards conservation. In the words of a famous environmentalist, in the end, we will conserve only what we love. We will love only what we understand. And we will understand only what we are taught. Hopefully, our future generations will be able to marvel at what we've just seen and experienced tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with that, it marks the end of our tram journey. We hope you've had a wonderful journey with us. Remember to bring all your belongings with you and alight only on your left once the tram has come to a complete stop. Until we meet again, thank you and good night.
We hope you have enjoyed your tram ride. Once the tram has come to a complete stop, please do alight on your left. Thank you and good night.